All right, this is the last five through number one, my favorite movies of 2023. Coming in at number five is The Holdovers. Paul Giamatti's maybe my favorite role. It had a lot of humor. The music was great. It was sad. It was funny. The ending was sad but happy. I was everything you wanted in a movie. It might be the perfect, maybe one of the top 10 best Christmas movies of all time. It takes place during Christmas. I don't want to give away too much, but if you like Paul Giamatti, I highly recommend checking it out. It's officially on Blu ray. I can't wait to pick it up. It's going to be a movie I watch every Christmas. Number four, and being a big wrestling fan throughout the 80s and 90s, and the Iron Claw, about the Von Erichs. I had no idea about the whole. I knew a little bit about the backstory, like the family was cursed, and I knew about Terry, which I think that was the Texas Tornado. But oh my God, the casting was great. I love the actor who played Ric Flair. The actor who played Harley Race looked exactly like Harley Race. It was pretty scary. Um, Great movie by A24. Huge A24 fan. It would be so hard to watch again. It is so sad. It will tear your heart out. If you're a wrestling fan, if you're not a wrestling fan, I highly recommend watching The Iron Claw. Coming in at number three, and it is a movie that was number one for a long time until July, and that was John Wick Chapter 4. One of the best John Wicks. I mean, the action is fantastic. The overlook shot of him going from room to room with the fireball ammo bullets was crazy. Um, Spoilers, but I don't think he's really dead because when the dog like looked off when Winston and oh god, I can't think of Lawrence Fishburne, the king looked on the dog looked over to the side, and I think they just did that so everybody would just automatically think John Wick's dead. But I don't think that he's dead. I think they're gonna do a chapter five. I think they'll do one more movie with him to tie it all up, and then they'll actually have him officially be out of everything. But the action is fantastic. I mean, nonstop. Yeah, I never thought that, John Wick Chapter 4 would jump out of the number one spot for the second favorite movie of mine of 2023, which is Oppenheimer, which was number one for a long time from July, for a long time. And probably Christopher Nolan's second favorite movie of mine, with Tenet being number one. I mean, Cillian Murphy better win for best actor. I think him playing Oppenheimer was just fantastic. Ludwig Göransson's score, my God, it's fantastic. I can't wait to pick up the score on CD. I'll probably be listening to it so much, especially when I walk home from work each night. I'm gonna be listening to that a lot, like I do with the Tenet score. But Robert Downey Jr., fantastic. I mean, cast galore. It was just I can't think of her name. That's from oh god, I can't think of her name. Uh, that played his wife. Oh my god, I'm in the worst brain fart. I can't think of her name, but she was fantastic. Uh, Great cast overall, great score, great movie. I am about ready to watch that because every year I don't have Godzilla because it's not on Blu-ray, but each year on New Year's Eve I always watch my favorite movie of 20 of that year. And last year was the Batman I watched on New Year's Eve. So this year I'm gonna pop in Oppenheimer as soon as I get done with this list and my most anticipated movies of 2024 and honorable mention. But Oppenheimer, fantastic. Hey Alexa, drum roll.
Okay.
And my number one favorite movie of 2023, Godzilla minus one. I grew up as a huge Toho fan. I've got pretty much all the Godzilla movies on VHS or on DVD. The score, you know what, the Toho version is so much better than the American version. The American version cannot get Godzilla's look right. Even though Godzilla King of the Monsters was decent. It was definitely better than Godzilla vs. Kong, but still the best one in that universe is Kong Skull Island. Godzilla looked awesome. His fire breath was crazy. It was like an atomic bomb. They left it open. I am hoping they do a sequel like so fast. It's doing well over here. I didn't mind that it was in Japanese with American subtitles. Godzilla was scary when he was chasing the boat. Like I said in my review, it was almost an homage to Jaws. It was just fantastic. I saw it twice in theaters. I can't wait to buy it on Blu-ray. It might be maybe one of the best Godzilla movies I've ever seen in my life. Next to Godzilla 1985. I like sitting in watching Godzilla -1 was like my 9-year-old self watching Godzilla 1985 on the big screen. It just took me back to the 80s. It was just fantastic. And that was my number one favorite movie of this year, Godzilla -1. And if you watched all these videos, thank you for taking this ride. I do this every year on New Year's Eve. I go through my list and talk a little bit about the movies on my list. And just here in a few minutes, I'm going to give you my most anticipated movies of 2024 and my honorable mention. Thanks for watching.